Hello, people. I'm sorry. Let me get this near me. Okay. I'm compensating, people. I got a huge, huge mic in front of my face. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? Um, I'm here to talk to you about a few things. But I'm going to say hi to people first, and then we're going to get on to some things. So, John Wolf made a video. We're going to show that because he's a shit stirrer. So, we're going to give John Wolf his play like he deserves, and then we'll talk to Johnny. But anyway, let me just say hi to some of the people in here. If you guys have any trouble hearing me or anything, let me know, please. The Truth, how you doing? See nothing, hear nothing. You got B here today, The Truth. Usually you're the first one here. NB, of course. My kid's always here. Okay. Sean Sullivan, how you doing? Hey, Sean, I gave you a wrench, just so you know, because I know I could trust you. So I don't know if you've had a wrench before, but it's basically, watching my back along with the other people, but I do appreciate it. SK8NK Hunt 5. How you doing? I haven't seen you before. You changed your name. Okay, let's see. Butchie Bifocals, how you doing? I'm guessing you got your wrench back. Redzilla, I'm guessing you got your wrench back. Joey Electric, how you doing, Joey? Turd Bird, hello. Okay, Vladimir Putin's in the house. So maybe we should pull Vlad up here so Vlad can tell us what's going on over there in the Ukraine. David Cameron, how you doing? David, you shouldn't be blocked. I went through all my people today. I didn't see your name in there. Okay, Amber Alert, how you doing, Amber? Okay, let me see. Now we're gonna. Okay, we're just about done here. Gimmick nonstop. David Cameron, Scotch Wrangler, Enzo the Baker, Jane Perry, how you doing? Bill Jordan, how you doing, Bill? Kelly H. And Don Vito, I'm glad you're here. Okay. So yesterday was a it was just one of those days. On top of that, my dog's been sick, Polly, and I'm kind of worried about her. So I'm really not in the mood to fuck around. I'll be totally honest with you. And it kind of put me in a really bad mood. I was going to come on here and do some really heavy duty attacking today. But you know what? I don't think I'm gonna. And here's the reason why. My numbers, the people that attack me, my numbers have been beating them. You look at my videos, I've been beating all their numbers. And my show comes on during the day. It's not even at nighttime. It's not 8 o'clock at night. You get twice as many numbers at night. So people kind of like the show being here during the day, and they show up, and I get a nice crowd. But then yesterday was first, I'm going to put up John Wolf's video. I don't know, John, if you're hanging somewhere, I want to put it up. Okay, let's start this. He's a 41-year-old guy whose show's going down in tubes. I mean, why are you going to be afraid? Lou Rusk, he was a wrench for Lee, wanted to leave, but Lee would not take his wrench back, so Cromell was going mad at Lee. I think that's why. Vin Creek may be wrong. Cromell's a good guy, but he made a decision. Cromell was for a while. The main reason that Cromell left this town was that he was being viciously attacked. He was being threatened. Oh, figures. And he told me, to me, Lee, I can't. These people are sending these things. Oh, look who's here. Is your show on right now? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You come back when you take your show off.
What? Yeah, take your show off and come back.
Yeah, you see that? I was just as surprised as Fat Ball Ceiling. Like, I thought we were going to have the debate. I've been waiting for the Lee Cole Fat Ball Sicilian showdown for about 6 months now. I think we all just been salivating for that moment. And then, he shows up right there, got JC the dummy in the middle. It would have been the perfect debate with JC moderating it, and Lee Cole ran out the back door. I mean, Lee Cole ran with his tail between his legs. Shame on you, Lee Cole. I can't believe you did that.
As we all know, John Wolf is a shit stirrer. But let me explain something to you guys. My show yesterday that I was doing was about FBS stealing a show from me. And then he comes into my chat room and he wants to debate while he's taking the signal to my show and shooting it back to his channel. That's stealing again. So, people, I'm going to explain something to you. And FBS, if you're listening to this, hear this one real good. I'm on every day at this time of FBS. I'm here right now. You are more than welcome to come in here. But if you are going to shoot the signal to this show back to your channel, not going to do it. You're not going to steal my signal. That is against the rules of YouTube in the first place. So, be a man, come here on your own and debate me. And I'll debate you one other place. And it's the only other place I'll debate you, and it will be in Mob Rats. And let me tell you why. Because he's like probably the only honest guy on here. But I have no fear of you at FBS. You were bragging about it yesterday and shit. But like a little bitch, you came in here and you stole my signal and was shooting it back to your show. That's why I told you and I asked you, why do you have my show on right now? So there's not even an ounce of fear of you. Sonny Money tore you up. BK Shallon tore you up. You and I have been on the same thing. You've never got. I would figure after what I did with Jeff Madu on your show and you set him up that you would know that I'm not afraid of you. But if you're going to steal my signal and shoot it back to your channel, not going to do it. Be an honest man. Okay? If you want to come in here right now, I'm here right now waiting for you. So basically, I'm calling you out. And I know you watch my show every day. And you say you don't. Oh, I don't watch your show. Yes, you do. And after you came in here, I'll even wait a couple minutes for your people to get in here. But you're not taking my signal back to your channel. And if you guys have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Remember, my show yesterday was because he did not give me no credit and he stole my show from me, literally, and did a show. Remember? Just look at the title. It was about the pizza war thing. And then he's going to come here and steal my signal. That's why I was so upset yesterday at him. So you guys are thinking different. Okay, Mickey Griggs. Guys, if Mickey Griggs don't... Mickey, I've been watching the shit you've been saying over in FBS's room, like a little sneaky scumbag. So guys, if Mickey Briggs says anything negative, feel free to knock him out of here for good. Okay. You would both benefit, Lee. Doesn't matter. DP, once again, I'm here right now. Do you understand me? He's not stealing my signal. He's not stealing my show and putting it back in his chat. If you guys want to come here, all come running over. No one's going to stop you. Nobody. It's just that simple. And that's all I have to say about it, people. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. He's watching this right now. He knows I'm here. Okay, anybody comes in, just put them on timeout, any bullshit. But anyway, 121 here right now. And Let's start with some of this stuff right here. Okay, and let's get into another thing. Yesterday, Angel did a show on me yesterday, and she started the show off, and she showed some. Okay, sorry about that, people. We have super cold weather here in Texas again. It's been really brutal. Okay, so she put up some stuff that she said that I said to Gene Barillo. Like I said it behind Gene Barillo's back. Gene Barillo's aware of everything that was said, and we had a long conversation about it. And I mentioned this to you guys plenty of times. When all this shit came out with the phone calls and everything, Gene Barillo called me up and said, Lee, I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. And that was that. You know, when do you guys know how much stuff that I have on these people that through emails, through chat, with Angel Gotti, everybody. But you know what the difference is between me and them? When you start showing shit that people gave you 7 to 8 months ago, that's called being a rat. That stuff, why would people show personal stuff from 9 months ago, 8 months ago? That's not like that was done yesterday. And you know what it comes down to? It's in the numbers, people. They don't like my numbers. It tears them up. Every day, my numbers have been higher than theirs for the last 2 months. For the last 2 months. And they'll say, no, it hasn't been 2 months. And I'm talking to you, particularly FBS. All you got to do is go to Social Blade. You don't have those 300 people in your chat room right now because everybody's caught on to you. Okay, we're going to start taking some of these in. I'm going to drop the invite. Anybody's welcomed in, including you, FBS. If you're there it is right there. Come on in. And I'm going to start from almost the bottom because I always fall way behind and you guys get mad at me. Amber Alert. Posting messages is a rat move. Exactly. And these were personal messages between me and Angel, a Gotti, that talks about ratting and not ratting. And she posts messages that I sent to her months ago. Would John Gotti do that? It's amazing. I came in here. I have a shitload of stuff. I was going to come in here and just go after the Gottis and talk about everything going on with these people fighting. But here's the thing: us people right here, we have these shows, and we're supposed to take sides. John Alite wants people on his side. Angel Gotti wants people on her side. Sammy Gravano wants people. How about if we don't have no sides? We just take the fucking side we want to take. Like nothing. I'm in the middle. I'm not Sammy Gravano's friend. I am not the friend of John Alite. I might be a friend of Gene Barillo, but you don't see me on here kissing his ass, do you? The man snitched. He's a snitch. Am I going to say otherwise? Never. And I don't approve of what was done. But what are we not supposed to, let's just not talk to nobody. Let's just hate everybody. So we got to pick our sides. You got to pick the sides of the Gottis? Come on. That's ridiculous. How can you do your show here if you're on a side? And this is where you got to give certain people credit and other people not credit, especially the people that are phony. I mean, I come here, people, and I don't take sides on here. I say what I want to say, and sometimes it pisses people off. They don't want to hear it. I pissed Sammy Gravano off. I pissed the Gottis off. I pissed Gene Barillo off. I pissed them all off. But you haven't seen me come on here kissing nobody's ass. Like today, I put up if you guys go, you'll see that I put up the 302 that Sammy Gravano did. And it's right there. You can go right to my community board. It's right there, people. And then what's the first thing to happen? Angel started coming to the chat and telling me, why did you put that up? People can lie during that. And I gave my opinion. 2 minutes after I put it up. So now everything I do on my show is going to be watched by Angel Gotti. Come on, this is my show. Angel, I don't care what you do on your show. Go do whatever you want. Why do you care what I do on my show? No one gives a shit about your numbers. Hate to break it to you, Florida attorney, but that topic is on your mind only. Okay, Florida attorney. Nita Featherstone, did you hear? Okay, not at all, MB. I have no use for D. Allen Brock clips. I wonder who is D. Allen Brock now. Does anybody know what name he goes under now? Because you know he goes under another name by now. Lee, what's the cutoff retime period for disclosing information and not being a rat? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Kane Shades, for not liking rats, sure did make himself look bad by leaking private messages. Oh, I didn't. Well, you hit it right on the button. See, this is the hypocrites. They talk about not being rats, but they release messages. It's the same thing as being a rat, ain't it, people? See, this is why I tell you guys that these people that talk about people being rats and they go after them, they be the first people to flip when the FBI sits them down and starts talking to them. For Kane Shade to do that, and I've always gotten along with Kane Shade. I've never had no problem with him. But for him to do that says a lot about Kane Shade. And it's unfortunate. So his mind's so wrapped up in that shit that he'll betray anybody. And if you want to come on here and talk to me, Kane Shade, you're more than welcome. But seriously, why are you releasing private messages? I wonder. You know, what's worse than that is when people release stuff from their email. Like I used to send emails to people and then they release the stuff and they say, oh, look what this guy said to me in an email. What the fuck does an email have to do with these shows? It has nothing to do with these shows. Every year's all about, yeah, exactly. They tell me not to be all about the numbers, but that's all we heard. You remember when he used to say, well, I'm on top now. I'm the guy on top. Now, all of a sudden, he doesn't say that no more. He still has more subs than me, but not for the last 2 months. You know, and that's what it's about. It's not what you did yesterday. What are you doing today? But they are true then. What? The stuff I wrote about Gene Barillo? Absolutely, they're true. Absolutely. Because that's how I felt about Gene Barillo at that time. But when you get sucked into this game, and that's what this is where people want us. And this is the mistake that I make. You learn from your mistake. I'm an older guy, and I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I am not taking nobody's side. My show is going to be based about me and my show and you guys. I'm not taking nobody's side. I'm going to put up what the fuck I want. If I want to write something about John Jr., I'm not going to be worried about Angel Gotti being upset. If I want to write something about John Gotti, I'm not going to be worried about them being upset. They were gangsters. Not only were they gangsters, they were head of the family, the Gambino family. So we can't talk about them because Angel might get upset. Yeah. When you're releasing messages the way you did, like, I got you. Angel, Gene and I laughed at that yesterday. There's no big surprises here. Everything that Gene's seeing you guys doing right now, he's already been told. He's already seen all that stuff. So keep on doing it. It's like you're wasting your time. All you're showing is you guys are rats. That's all you're showing. So keep it up. Release more stuff. I don't give a shit, because the worse you come at me, the worse I'm going to come at you. Today, I'm taking it easy. I'm worried about my dog. You know, you're a dog person, Angel. At least you say you are. And that's what I'm worried about today, my dog. And that's why I'm going at you half-hearted today. So, you know, you guys can go back to your shows tonight, release your little shit, your little emails between me and you, any type of video. But you know what? Here's a difference between me, you, and Angel. I won't release mine. I got a shitload of conversations with Casperosa. I won't release them. You know why? Because I would feel bad about it. I wouldn't want to do it. I haven't even showed Gene. I haven't even showed Gene shit, personal stuff between me and Casperosa. Actually, Casperosa is the only one that's been professional about this. Tom's a citizen. Angel's an old Italian mom, brother, or whatever. Lee, posting messages is a bad look, but what about what you said in the messages? Do you admit, once again, I admit it. Do you hear me? Gene knew about it, and they were done when I first started my shows. When I first got on here, it wasn't like it was done a couple months ago. We're talking a long time ago. No, those weren't photoshopped. Okay, I'm a man. I'm not afraid to say what I've done in my life. I've done a lot of things in my life. Some things I'm not proud of. Some things I am proud of. But when I came on here, my goal was to destroy John Alite, Gene Barillo, and Sammy Gravano. That was my goal. But you know what I seen over that time? That the people that wanted me to destroy these people are just as bad as they are. Just as bad. They all belong in the same boat. They're all ruthless. They're just horrible, mean people. And they try to make me mean. You don't see that I murdered anybody. You don't see nobody in my family murdered anybody. You don't see that. You can't find nobody in my family selling drugs to nobody. Flooding the streets with drugs and ruining neighborhoods across the country. You don't have nobody in my family that has done that. Nobody. So tear apart my family and go take a look. Because that's what you guys are good at. Looking for stuff in people's past. I've had another, stop it, Polly. Good, she's barking. She must be feeling better. I had another content creator ask somebody for my date of birth and trying to get my social security just recently. Why would you want my date of birth and my social security? What does that have to do with these shows? I wouldn't go around asking for your date of birth or any of these people's date of birth or social security. But that's how ruthless they are. They don't come after me particular. They say, okay, let's go look in Lee's background. Let's go look at Lee's family. Can you imagine families looking at my families that were in the mafia? People that killed innocent people are looking at my family? Something's wrong here. You know, where the people with the moral characters are the ones that families killed people. Innocent people. They're morally okay compared to me. You know, because I've done some bad stuff in my life. What did I do? Steal money? Not pay a hotel bill? There's a show on TV right now on Netflix about a chick that ran up a bunch of hotel bills for thousands and thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars. It's on Netflix. Actually, a very good. It's a miniseries. Very good. It's #1 miniseries on Netflix. I can't think of the name of it, but you definitely should watch it. John Alite, what I think was a goofer and hang around kid. He would listen, predict and win. John Alite has lied about a lot of shit. He has embellished his life. But John Alite was also a killer. He was tough. And he was John Gotti Jr.'s friend. So you're just talking out your ass right now. That's what it comes down to. You're saying that John Alite was nothing. See, that's what they said. They say Gene Barillo was nothing. But yet he testified against Vinny Asara. Okay, so he was nothing. So how did he get to know Vinny? Because Vinny ordered him to kill somebody. That's why. Vinny sent him out to murder people. That's how he knew Vinny. But then you have people say, oh, he was nothing. He was just a punk on the street. He was running through Howard Beach. Then you say, oh, he tied up innocent women. All gangsters robbed houses and ripped off drug dealers and other gangsters. It was a common practice. It was very common with all mobsters. Angel is a Gotti. She's not John Gotti, Lee. No, Angel is a woman. She's not a girl, okay, Davis Dean? Now, do I need to explain to you how women and girls work? You're kind of off on the age thing. I only want. Oh, you're still talking about Mickey? You still talking about Brock? Did he hustle you? A lot of people got hustled by him. Don't give money out to people online here for these. Like if they come to you and say, "I need a new computer," if you send, God bless you, I need my car fixed, and then people send money. It's amazing. And a lot of these people that send money, they say, I can't send you any until payday. If you can't send money to somebody until payday, why the fuck are you sending somebody money? David Cameron. I appreciate that, David, because David disagrees with me at times and tells me. David goes, I'll tell you what, David goes on both shows. I don't see him over there blasting me and being ugly. I mean, that's the way you should be. You should go on these, if you're going to go on other channels, be fair. Turd Bird, hey everyone, the daughter of a murdering mafioso is on YouTube and everybody blindly worships her. They don't worship her, they worship her name. It's the name that's worshipped. How many people be watching her if her last name was not Gotti? See, me, even FBS, we earn our channels here. Our names ain't famous. But if my last name was Gotti, I have 100,000 viewers by now. Look at Sammy. Sammy has 500,000, and his name's Gravano. She got them from Kane Shade Leads. What's up? And you and Kane Shade. There's nothing up with me and Kane Shade. Kane Shade decided to sell out his friends. I was his friend. We were doing a football show together. Then he stopped doing a football show without even giving me saying, Lee, let's do it to the end of the season. And let's not forget Mr. Favre, I'll say it wrong, but let's not forget him. Let's remember, he was an innocent victim. You will never get the truth from Angel. Others only propaganda. I feel like we're in the middle of propaganda. You guys get insulted for being here. Wise Lee got, I got almost 180 people here right now. And the big question is, why the hell does that many people follow Lee? There must be a reason. Why are they following this show? What's the reason? You know, another reason that my numbers are pretty good, because I don't get rid of people that don't like me. You can go on other shows. If you say one negative thing, you're blocked. That doesn't even happen here. Mickey Griggs said a bunch of negative shit about me last night on FBS's show. He's still here. And in all reality, I have every right to block him. Anybody else would. Jay Ace, how do you know? I mean, are you like personal friends with her or something? Do you hang out with her? I'm sure she is a nice lady, but she ain't nice here. Not when you start showing messages, ratting, basically ratting, a Gotti ratting. Congrats. Now you do your show tonight and you'll attack me some more. But I don't care, because the more you do it, the pisser I get and the worse I get. This is nothing. The best thing to do is just drop this today. That's the best thing for everybody. Subs and simps don't have to take sides. Just enjoy all the shows. Exactly, Jane Perry. Exactly. Enjoy the shows. And if you don't like someone's show, don't go there. If you want to come into my show and debate me and argue with me, I'm here to do it. Oh, I like this one by William McKenzie. Lee, you're not two-faced. You have 5. That's a good one, William. I'll give you that one. Can you imagine if you said that and Carlos was there? Carlos would have zapped your ass, William. That wrench whore would have been all over you. Lee Cole, I've heard. Yeah, very disappointing. Never thought he was that way. And Kane Shade, I know you're watching me. And you'll probably do a show, you know, with all 12 of those people watching. But you hurt your show by doing what you're doing right now. People used to say to me that your show wasn't boring. Okay, wasn't Kane Shade the same person who originally found FBS's Facebook with the real name and leaked it out? I'm not a rat, people. I'm not going to tell you that. You know, they'll try to say a rat. Remember who the first person is on these channels. And here's the funny thing. I was just talking to this about with MB. Yes, MB is a woman. I was talking to her on the phone. And I was talking exactly about the fact that when I got, when they came out and they put my phone number out there, a long time ago. It was done on Stack Show. So I was the first one out of everybody here that got their number put out there. And you know the difference between me and all these other people? I still got the same phone number. When these other people got doxxed, when the guy in the car was doxing everybody, they all changed their number. Still the same number. You can reach me anytime you want with that same number. I got doxxed. And why? There's so much betrayal here, people. Why would anybody betray MRE? He's a good guy. Why would anybody take FBS over MRE? Please tell me why. I would be ashamed of you guys if you took me over MRE. Because he by far is the most accurate guy when he comes on here. He says what he wants to say, and he's consistent. He's never going one way or another. I'm guilty of that. He's not. In 2022, everybody is a rat when your lives depend on it, and it's not 1980. You know what, man? Ratting now is like, so people don't realize that when you go on your show and you start like digging people's life up, and when you start like putting out emails that you received, Or, I remember I used to talk to FBS on the phone. And then he would do a show that night and talk about what I said on the phone. He just come out and start attacking me out of the blue. And wouldn't even tell me. He wouldn't call me up and say, "Hey, Lee, is this true?" He just assumed it was true and it would attack me. John O'Reilly, I like this one. Lee, do you consider yourself a rat? Why would I be a rat? Because Gene is? How does that make me a rat? Please let me know. So, John O'Reilly, are you trying to tell me you have no friends that ratted? Everybody has a friend that ratted. Ratting can be so many things that you do. Do you know that in dictionary, lying is considered part of ratting? Just read go to the dictionary and read up the term of a lying. Ailey, any comments, text messages you sent to Angel about having Gene Barillo arrested? Marco, where the hell you been? I just talked about this. Get here sooner next time. Big question. Why is everyone fighting? Why isn't everyone just doing their shows? Bill, you're right. Bill, I agree with you. I would love to do my show. But I can't do my show. Because if I talk about the Gottis, I get attacked. I'm not even allowed to say one little thing. I just did my show, right? Here's how I started my show today, people. I put up a blog on Sammy Gravano. And in the blog, it talks about him ratting and everything. And I also put up when he ratted and gave all that information to the feds. I put those documents up. And the minute I put those documents up, I got attacked. Why? I can't put up documents now? Just mind your business. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're not scaring. Listen, I'm 61 fucking years old. You think you're going to scare me? Do you think that fucking moron from Pennsylvania scares me? He sits in his fucking house dragging away at cigarettes all fucking day, has no respect for the people living in his house, smoking like a fucking machine. And I'm supposed to bow down to that? Like everybody wants to go to a house where everybody fucking smokes in it. That tells you everything you need to know about people. Kane Shade ain't coming on with me in the room. He's been ducking me since day one, Lee. One Shades. Well, Sonny, if this is the real Sonny, everybody forgets about the Sonny debate with FBS when Sonny literally tore him apart. You know why? Because he underestimated Sonny. Just like if he comes in here to debate me, I love to be underestimated. My show's still going strong because I've been underestimated. They've done everything for how long to ruin this show. They've done everything. They brought my son on. People, did anybody else's son get brought on? Did anybody go out of their way looking for people's children? Oh, a father having trouble with his son. Then they give you half-truths. Did anybody talk about, oh, he stole his girlfriend's credit card? Did anybody say that about anybody else? This is how low these fuckers are. And these are not true stories. People, we got trolls that come on here and put stories out and people go with them. The only story that's true is that me and my son were fighting. And I'm a father, he's a son. They got him on the right day. I got two other children that I got along great with. And now I hear that they're looking for my daughter. They're literally hunting her down. A woman that has been in the military, a woman that just 2 years ago lost her husband who got killed in the military. Now they want to find out who she is. A woman like that. with a child. That's what you got here. These people are so low, people. I never thought that I would come to an area. I've always considered myself a fuck up. I always worked hard. I was always a criminal. Did stupid stuff and got in trouble. But the things that they do here, like go and give out messages that they received. Can you imagine that Kane Shade got two messages from me about Gene Barillo and sent them to Angel? And Angel put them up? And Gene and I laughed about it, guys. We laughed about it, Angel. We laughed about it, Kane Shade. That's how low these people are. And then they'll come after me. Do you know that I have conversations that I've had with Angel through YouTube? Not through YouTube, through Twitter, when we got along in the very beginning? Tons of them. I would never bring those out here. I actually thought about it, but I said no. I had conversations with Casparosa, and I said, okay, maybe I should hit him back by putting those out. Then I said no. And that's what separates me. Part of me would feel so guilty doing that. You know, some people, when they fight, they have to go after like your family and stuff from your past because that's all they got. But they don't understand. I'm an old fucker. I'm a mean old fucker too. If you want to come at me, come at me. And listen, I'm not going to underestimate Angel. Angel's 10 times tougher than any of these fucking guys on this show. 10 times. But if you think FBS is tough, he ain't tough. He's not a tough bone in his body. So he's going to come back tonight with his retarded people in this chat room and attack me. What the fucking do? While he's doing that, I'm going to be watching TV, and tomorrow I'll be watching the UFC. That's it. Right now we have 184 people in here. Middle of the day. And yesterday he got so upset that I was talking about him. What did he do? He came on and started another show. I wouldn't do that to people, even if I disliked them. Never have I done that. It's just a respect thing. That's how people are. Joe Merlino told MTR to snitch on a case that he's off parole for. Merlino, I don't know it. I can't answer to that because I don't know it. And a lot of people say stuff about MTR that it's not true. That I do know. You know, it's easy to go after people. MTR and I, we've had our issues, but a lot of people do say stuff about him that's not true. It's easy to attack people because a lot of times we can't fight back. You know, it's hard to, you know, if someone says I'm fat, what am I going to do? Say no? I mean, it's just what they do. DP, these creators all love to read the most salacious comments and then complain about the drama all the time. They don't seem to realize they're causing it and creating it. DP, I'll tell you what, why don't you go write that in your boys' room? You write that here, but I bet you wouldn't write it over there. You know why? Because you get blocked. You would get blocked. The wrench whore would block you. I will give Lee credit for people he says. 1 second, please. What's up? No, crank call in the middle of the show. I will give Lee credit. He says that what a lot of yous are afraid to say. He has the balls. And, that's it. People are afraid to say it because they're afraid of being attacked. After last night, I've made up my mind about one thing. I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't care what anybody does to me anymore. I'm done worrying about it. When I leave my channel, I am not going to even look at these other channels. They could say whatever they want. If they want to put out shit, old emails that I wrote, old phone calls that I did. But let's remember this. I've never told you guys that I did not, in the beginning when I got in this, like a dog. I was trained that John Alite is bad, Gene Barillo is bad, and Sammy Gravano is bad. But then what happened? 1 second. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to drop the link. Angel wants the link, people. Here's the link, Angel. You come on in. Nobody else is coming in with her. %80 of people don't care about the street code. If a civilian, you're not a snitch. DP, Joey Electric, some of it, but that stuff is directed at Josie, not all the black. I don't know about that. Why you're talking about Josie. Kane Shade James Pick chooses between snitches. You get MTR on and Chris Kasparov's on a show. Okay, well. In Kane Shade's mind, okay, here we go, people. We got Angel in here. See, that's the difference, too. I don't block Angel. She's more than welcome to come in my show. Angel.
Lee, why are you blaming Kane Shades? Why are you and your chat blaming Kane Shades for anything? That's the only reason why I'm coming on your show.
Okay, because he sent you 2 messages.
No, he did not. On my children's lives, he did not. Where were they? I never showed any messages from Kane Shades.
So are they your messages, though,
Can
Angel?
I finish? The only thing that I shared from Kane Shades was a video that he shared earlier in the day of Frank Morano. Nothing else from Kane Shades. Yet Kane Shades is getting blamed here for something he never did. And you owe him an apology.
No, I'm tired of owing apologies. People owe me an apology.
Oh, you know what? All right. Goodbye, Lee. Oh, my God.
I was respectful, people. Everybody owes everybody an apology, but nobody owes me an apology. You put up stuff that was personally sent to you, private stuff, and you put it up yesterday. And you tried to make it sound like I was currently doing shit behind my friend's back. See, here's where you guys fucked up when it comes to that. You sued Gene Barillo. You guys do know that. You sued him. So you don't think his lawyer is going to want to talk to people about what's going on? The truth? All mistakes being made throughout this whole thing. You guys are no better than Gene Barillo. Do you think FBS is better than Gene Barillo? Am I missing something here? Do you think I'm better than Gene Barillo? I've done fucking shit in my life. This is the thing. We're all trying to say, who's bad and who's good. Every one of us motherfuckers in here have done shit in our life. Horrible shit some people have probably done. Shit that would make Gene Barillo look a saint. That's the Harvester Sorrow. And Harvester of Sorrow, he is very straight with me. He goes both ways with me. That's why I like him in here. I don't want nobody in here kissing my ass. I want you to be positives and negatives. Kasparosa is turning. No, he's not. See, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. And even if he did, so what? Texas is a two-way state. I don't have to think. Only one person has to say they're on the phone. That's Texas law. There's nothing. I've done nothing illegal. The last thing that anybody wants to do is come after me illegal. I had a billionaire coming after me. I had a billionaire that literally had me arrested and put in prison. I mean, in jail. And then I got out the following week. He was shocked I was out. Are you going to compare any of these fucking people to Vince McMahon? If I'm not scared of Vince McMahon, why would I be scared of these people? That guy has money. That guy's legit. That guy, Vince McMahon, had his best lawyer, his house lawyer, coming after me for years. For years. They always tried to get shit on me. Never could they. They did in the beginning, but it backfired on them. See, there's a lot of things you don't know about, it doesn't take much. And then you have dirtbags in here that says, I sold my brother out, shit like that. Why would anybody say that when they don't know the facts? As a matter of fact, that's what I seen Mikey doing yesterday over in FBS's room. And let me make something perfectly clear here. I don't dislike Angel. I think Angel's a nice woman. But I also think Angel can be pretty wicked when she wants to be wicked. But I'm the same way, people. I could be a nice guy, and I'm wicked when I want to be wicked. Still 180 people here. It's amazing. I've been doing these shows by myself, and, we got a clown running around saying Lee can't do a show by himself. Okay, let's put this up. Mark, let me ask you a question, Mark. Is that all you could do? Who are you talking as a rap? Because I know whose room you're usually in. And he's like best friends with a rat too. Do you say that to him? And as for the Cane Shade thing, no apologies due to Cane Shade, because Cane Shade's done a few things to me behind my back since he's joined this thing that were unnecessary. And I don't have no problem with Cane Shade joining anything. But when you think someone's your friend, the best thing to do is just to say, have a nice day. And that. You don't betray people are your friends. He has a show. He came on here. He started with me in the very beginning. And then when he went to his show, I made sure that I shouted them out. He always thanked me. He always said, you know what? Lee and I are friends. I'll never forget what Lee did for me. And then all of a sudden, he starts sticking it to me. And I did nothing to him. DP, why else would he say that? Okay. Well, you guys are talking about Josie's here now. Does it really matter if a woman wears a wig or if they don't? Maybe I should wear a wig. Canarsie, Lee seriously needs to figure out how to see that in real time. Open it up a phone because you keep missing shit. Okay. Hey, listen, people. I'm here by myself on this show. A lot of people do shows and don't even answer their chat room. See, our chat room here is busier than any of these other shows' chat rooms. And that's because of you guys. So don't blame me, blame you guys for being so active in this damn chat room. I mean, I get so far behind because you guys are super active. And I can't ask for better than that. But I'm going to pull down. I'm going to miss some of you in the middle. Okay, people, look at this. Any content creators that platform informants or talks to one or let informants in their chats are just as bad as the rat. They are way too many creators that are fake and they lie. Let me tell you something. I so disagree with that. So you're saying that anybody that talks to a rat is just as bad as the rat. Wow. Sometimes I can't believe some of the things that people say. Angel, JC, I agree with you. Definitely a lady. Tough lady, too. No, I didn't say the Gotti's asked for my social security number. Boss, get your shit ready. Right. I said that there was someone out there just got back to me, very accurate information, that was looking and asking for my social security number and for my date of birth. No one ever said the Gottis were doing it. So, boss, you know, get your shit together out there, okay? Predict and win. Yes, he was a high-level associate. He wasn't a piece of shit in the street like he's made out to be. You know, and that's the thing. You have certain people that want to say that, but there's people that I've actually spoke to that were like legit people that said that a lot of people were scared shit of this guy. You know, this is what gets me. Gene Barillo was more of a gangster than Johnny Alite. Let me put it that way. No doubt. If I had to say John Alite, Gene Barillo, who was more of a gangster? Gene Barillo, without a doubt. John Alite, I would consider more of a drug dealer. That's what I would consider him. Where Gene Barillo ran with Ronnie G, and he was ordered to do things by the higher ups. And he was. Vinny Asaro literally sent him to hurt people. And you guys know who Vinny Asaro is. If you know the mob, you know that Vinny Asaro was one of the top guys in the Bonanno family. So what? So let me guess. Vinny Asaro just said, okay, let me ask this guy I don't know on the street corner over here to go kill somebody for me or to shoot somebody. Does that make sense to you guys? Silvio Dante. Angel Gotti has the best channel. You know what? When Angel first came out and she was talking about stuff besides all this crap, I thought she did have one of the best channels. A matter of fact, when her show came out, I did a review on it and said how good it was. And then the next thing I know, FBS gets in her fucking ear and she just flips on me. There's no way Gene is cool with that, with what you did, but you know he can't go on YouTube or social media to defend himself. Corey, you're absolute. Why would he be cool about it? He knows why it was done. Sometimes people take friendship over shit like that happens. Like you'll hear this one clown say, oh, when Gene gets off papers and stuff, he's going to go after Lee and drop Lee. I'll tell you what. When Gene gets off paper, I wonder what show he's going to be on first. I have no idea. We'll see. Mob Rats, we push back. Remember, Vinny Bracco's first video is him calling Calandra a real man. I'm not going to touch that one. You got to talk to Vinny about that. Lee, I noticed that you try to take the high road when the fight. You ask for it comes to your door. I just hear the high road. Did anybody see me take the high road today? And Mike, you're never here. You know, you're just coming in there to shoot the shit and say negative stuff. But and here's the difference. I still put you up there. If you said that, say you said something negative and you were the wrench whore seeing you do that, that wrench whore would just knock you right out of the box. You wouldn't even get a chance to put this out. JC, what you doing?
Enjoying my life. I just took another order from my TV commercial for my business, which means another $150 sitting at home, which is why I don't care what most of these people say, Lee. And, you know, I was getting emails and messages just like you know, in yesterday, this morning. Hey, you know, this guy was in FBS's chat saying this, you know, this ex-Vato kind of guy or whatever, and this other dude from this area, and this guy doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me that none of these people's things affect my life. And, you know, the reality is these guys were nobodies in that world as well. You know, I don't especially care. And
I
One
want to
reason why
read
I
this
don't
by
mention them.
DP. DP says, Joey Electric, show me a clip of him saying he sold drugs to kids. Until you can do that, stop spreading lies and dramatization about FBS. It devalues your position when you create false narrative. He was a drug dealer, DP. Do you understand what a drug dealer is? You think drug dealers give a shit who they sell drugs to? Are we like in a fantasy world here? It's like getting in a car and being drunk and driving.
He was an addict who happened to also sell drugs, by the way. Look, I'm bros with Freeway Rick Ross and his guys, biggest coke traffickers out of Cali in the 80s and into the 90s. And if you talk to them about the business, there's certain levels of cash that these guys made typically, even the corner boys, when they were out there. There's a certain amount that the real hustlers were making. And look, I don't give a crap what that dude did personally, but he wasn't some dude that was, a sober guy who was out selling rocks or whatever. He, by his own admission, he was an addict who was selling. That happens every day, which means no profit, none to little profit. So who cares? I don't, Lee.
Anytime someone can make a joke about Joe, because I know Joe gets mad, we'll read it. Joe gets mad in a nice way. He's a good guy. Why is Vinny's friend Joe wearing a full baseball uniform with batting gloves?
Yeah, Joe, I told Joe this, that Joe, you look like a has-been baseball player trying to try on his old uniform.
Don't say that. Joe will be here yelling at you.
I already told him that yesterday, so it's all good. When you got these people, when you got these people that say this stuff, there's nobody from his past. Have you noticed there's not one guy from his actual past? He has only clowns that he's met on YouTube that say he did this or that. There's nobody there. I have at least.
Okay, wait, hold on 1 second. Mob Rats. Barillo wasn't as important as you think. Just because he ratted on some people doesn't make him some important. Mob Rats, I'm going to ask you a question. Mob Rats 1. I know this ain't MRE. Let me ask you a question. Do you have evidence of this? Do you have proof of this? I actually have proof that he actually did a lot of shit for the bosses, but you have no proof of what you're saying. All you do is
all that is, Lee, is a mischaracterization or his own personal opinion. Some people would say that a guy like Gene was high level. Some would say low level, but it depends on their perspective. And obviously the dude hates Gene that just wrote that. It's his opinion. He's welcome to have it. And the reality is that, again, does anybody have proof of these things? Gene, in his case, he has the FBI going at him. Hootie also had the feds going at him. I've had the state going at me. I've had 2 or 3 of my friends very close that were indicted federally in 2006. So I have numerous people who say and can vouch for the things that I did. So does Gene. So does Hootie. So, and if they want to argue about whether someone's exaggerating what they did or not, we certainly can, debate those issues. But there's no debating that these guys were somebody.
I want to answer this. Bill Jordan. Bill Jordan says, isn't recording phone calls and turning people into their POS? First of all, nobody turned nobody into POS. And yes, I did record phone calls. And just like people recorded me plenty of times. Matter of fact, I can show you a recording that someone did on me. My daughter recorded me in the very beginning and played the call. So, shit happens, but we don't do it no more. I learned my lesson. When I got done doing it, that's it. I'm done with it. But you know what? Gene knew about it. But Bill Jordan. So that's as much as I can answer you. You could say whatever you want about that. But if you think that the people that you are kissing ass with don't record calls, you're not as smart as you act. My father was the same crew, passed away prior to my uncle as well. Gene wouldn't have gotten that close if he didn't put in the work. Maybe he embellished, but definitely wasn't a nobody. Exactly, Canarsie. See, you understand.
That's a fair characterization right there. I've heard things that Alite has said where I'm like, he's exaggerating. I've heard things that Gene has said where I'm like, I think he might have got a detail or 2 off. I've had things I've had to be corrected. Scott Bernstein, the Detroit mob expert, has chatted with me, and I've discovered that one or two of the things that I thought might have happened to one or two of my friends back in the day didn't. So it is what it is. We get corrected. On the street, you're not always told the fate of other people sometimes. And there's a lot of details you may not know. And I understand guys will sometimes try to fill it in with what they think happened or they misremember. It is what it is.
I like to know who Bay 8th is talking to. New York Connect.
Not me.
You look 81.
If he said you look 61, that would have been me. So 81, that's you, Lee.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. MRE is up in his fields. He should go to Angels tonight. Yeah, well, you know something. Why would he want to? I mean, a lot of things are being said right now. And you learn who your friends are when stuff like this is going on. That's what you do. I don't consider like mob rats my friends, but you know, a matter of fact, mob rats and I went at it heavy duty, and then it ended and it's been over. Mob rat addresses something when he feels like he needs to. He's very smart, and on top of that, he addressed the whole thing that went on with Alite and why Alite said what he said. I think that Alite really hurt himself on these channels by making those claims. But I'll tell Alite to his face. If Alite wanted to come on here, I would tell him the same thing. What he said sounds absolutely ridiculous.
MRE is well read, and he is well trained at arguing with people, and he knows how to present his stuff. So, you know, have at it with him at your own peril. He's all right in my book. I like about 80% of what Mob Rats Exposed does.
I'm going to drop a link here, guys. If anybody wants to come in and get back at JC, hint, for making some certain remarks.
Hey, any of you guys that want to hop on in, baby, I will gladly take on anybody.
Okay, let's
even if it's that dude that's laying on his back who collects fucking Hot Wheels, you know, scamming Medicare or whoever that dude was, Mackie somebody.
Lee, you and all these creators have a decision to make every time you do a show. You're all deciding to engage in the BS with each other instead of ignoring the BS. Hey, you know what, DP? I actually agree with you. But you know something? Sometimes it's just tough, man. I like to come on here and just forget that someone the night before put up messages that were sent out months and months ago and tried to make it look like it was a couple of days ago. You know, I shouldn't have addressed that. You know, I shouldn't address a lot of things.
One thing I would advise, Lee, is stop the back and forth with Angel, because you got a lawsuit pending against Gene. There's a whole host of things, and it's just bad optics because it just doesn't play into.
Here's what it comes down to. Here's what it comes down to. I will end this today if she ends it.
Yeah, well, if I was you, I would just, after this show, don't even worry about it with her.
Okay.
You know? You've got a much bigger channel anyways, Lee. You're the one who has more to lose.
Well, I'm not going to lose nothing over that.
No, I don't mean lose. I mean you're wasting time.
Kane Shades only does 2 shows a week. That's why he has low numbers, but good show. Jane Perry, I never had an issue with his show. You never heard me come on here and badmouth his shows or anything. As a matter of fact, I helped his show. Okay. D-Truth, I've been taking one for you today. DP not to personally attack families and things that nature. Yeah, but they're good. But if you know something, if you bring your spouse on here and your spouse just starts attacking people, it's not the same thing. I'm sorry, people. You may say it is, but it's not. I'm going to try to catch up. What are you saying, MB? I'm elderly. You're not supposed to talk about your father, or am I your grandfather? Okay, let's check out what's it is. I'm trying to catch up to 1 o'clock. Whoops. John Jameson, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. But if $2 is all I make today, I'm not coming back no more, people. I'm not on here for $2 a day. Okay. Okay. I like to read people that I know is going to say, you asked how I knew Angel was a lady and conducts herself like a lady at least. How do you know Alite was Junior's best friend? And did Junior tell us this? Actually, they did. It has been proven, dude. I mean, they got. Look at the pictures. What do you think? They're standing next to each other, and he's at. Do you think that he went to a baptismal because for the hell of it? I mean, come on, don't be that naive, JAs. They spent 2 years together as friends. I don't know if probably not best friends, but they were friends. And if you're trying to say, see, this is the problem. People are always trying to say otherwise. Are you saying that they weren't friends? They didn't know each other? They were friends. So, JC, would you say that John Alite was friends with John Jr.?
Yeah, of course. There's video, I think, of them together during the trials, and then there's video of John around John Sr. At the same time, I think that Alite is overplaying some of
Oh,
that
without
stuff.
a doubt. Oh my God. I did a video the other day. Matter of fact, I did a video the other day, and John Alite got a hold of someone and said, "Why is Lee doing videos like that against me?"
You know, when I put out my intro the other day, and then Alite messaged me on Instagram, you know, that, hey, I saw that. That's good. Well, you know, that just lets you know, Alite knows that I critique him sometimes. He respects that I will sometimes not agree with him on everything he says. And that's good. I respect that. And Gene definitely, as you know, Lee, is very open to criticism if it's warranted.
Okay, Mickey Griggs, you deserve Gene and Alite. Let me say this much, Mickey Griggs. At least I don't go talk shit in another person's room about somebody that go into their room and try to get along with people.
The guy's picture looks like he's about ready to hump a dog. So come on now, let's
that's
just
don't say that.
You see the animal there? He's getting ready to whatever.
This is a little corner of the world we got here. That's all. It's a little corner of the world. Not many people know much about this mafia. We're not Sammy Gravano and we're not Mike Franzese. Let's put it that way. Or we're not even Jimmy Calandra. That's the truth. Okay. Gee, I thought I graduated school back in 1985. Guess I was wrong. Well, 1985, that makes you younger than me then. Lee, ask why in the God. Well, listen, if you want to ask her that, you go into her room tonight and ask her that. I'm not going to read that. The best thing for you to do, Tony Montana, is to go over there and ask him. Put a private message. Did Lee put up? Lee, she just came on and you didn't say what she put up. I saw those videos only. Well, you know what? Then you got to find out. I mean, I can't do the research for you. I just talked about what happened. Gene Barolo tied up a woman. Yes, FBS on a scale of 1 to 10 scumbag is definitely better. Wait a minute. FBS talks about doing home invasions. He talks about selling drugs on the street corner. And he talks about getting in a car and driving drunk several times. And you're going to say that he's better? Something doesn't add up here. I'm sorry, Canarsie. They're not. No, it's pretty much equal. Okay. And you got to understand, it's not uncommon for mobsters to do what Gene did. It's not right, but that's what they did. They kidnapped people from families. They robbed people. Now, it's part of the life, whether you like it or not. People do horrible shit in the mob. Horrible shit.
I disagree slightly because I don't believe FBS actually did those types of level of crime. I don't believe him on that.
So you think he's lying?
He's when he says he did home invasions, bullshit. Freaking nah. I call bullshit there. But again, I don't care what FBS claims because it's not my job to police his words and to critique his crap. He's on a completely different plane than guys like me or Gene and others are, who actually were around real guys in that whole life and actually did real things.
John
So
O'Reilly, thank you
if
for
he
that.
wants to spout to, you know, a bunch of guys that are constantly relapsing on dope and the kind of guys that aren't humble, I respect people that are in treatment or getting help, but the ones who are addicts, who front like they can't be criticized because, oh, I have a disease. Bullshit. If you're out there freaking doing dope, don't be criticizing anybody in general. If you got a needle in your arm, don't tell me how I should do my show. Don't tell Lee how to do his show. If you stick to your own freaking problems.
You know he's going to come after you. You know he's going to come after you tonight now.
Oh, well, look, he's the one. He breaks these stupid agreements anyways. The last one where I was on his show, it took him less than 2 shows to start mentioning me again because of his chat. Oh, well, he's got clowns that have 10 different profiles.
1 second. William McKenzie, I got to see your face, man. William McKenzie, I got to see your face. I don't know who you are. Sorry. Vinnie Mac has real money. MRE don't got to do nothing. He's his own man. That's why, and that's right. You know, he doesn't. But you know, one thing about MRE though, if you go after him, he'll ignore it a couple times. But then when he comes after you, he'll open up on you. And I know because JC doesn't get along too good with MRE. Is that correct?
No, I said I'm fine with about 80% of what he does. There's been once or twice where he's deliberately mischaracterized what I've said or done. And if I was to debate him, I would take him down on those 2 or 3 issues. However, again, I like the majority of what he does. I consider him a good guy, so I can overlook a difference with most people. I understand that we're not always going to agree. And overall, MRE has been a positive force on the whole genre because he's got a lot of these bullshit artists to stop doing their shows, or they at least are now cognizant of saying things that are a little bit more truthful.
It's like Mickey Griggs says, JC, the not so smart troll.
Yeah. Again, why would I care what some nobody says though? Why would I? Again, I'm supposed to give a shit what this dude says for what reason? The guy will be dead in 5 years or less, so he's bitter. He's angry at life.
How would you say that? How would you say someone's going to be dead? What are you, God now?
No. I've seen that guy chat before about how his health is damn near down the toilet. He'll be gone. So of course he's angry. He's angry in much the same way that the bum in the car is angry. Okay, they're both. He's in that same kind of category. So I'm not going to fight with a dude like that. I wouldn't fight with a fan anyways, or some nobody from YouTube. Who cares?
DP, why can't drug dealers also be gangsters, Lee? You have a weird vendetta against drug dealers for some reason. You don't seem to think other criminals are as bad, though. You know, there's not as many people as bad as drug dealers. I'm sorry. Look at our country.
Hey,
well, let me finish.
Do you consider marijuana dealers to be in that category?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. No, I'm talking about.
See, that's another.
I'll give you an example. DP. Let me give
you.
DP. I'll give you an example. Right now, fentanyl is real big on the street, and they're dealing fentanyl, and they're pressing the pills to look like pain pills, and they're killing people.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys are scum, and I would say this: fentanyl traffickers should have bullets put into the back of their heads, the way China handled their opiate problem years ago. And you know, the reality is that this other guy, you know, this FBS clown, was kept on mischaracterizing, saying, hey, have you noticed that Lee says that JC is a scumbag because he says all drug dealers are, yet JC's never called him out. I've heard him say that more than once. Okay, well, guess what? Lee just said he doesn't put pot dealers in that same category.
Hey, one thing, people, a lot of people say JC talks too much. And he, you know, JC doesn't talk too much. He's just one of those guys. He's like me. But you know what? You're right. JC's very loyal. You know, JC and I, we've even had little differences. We talk it out within a couple hours and it's over with. So people would say, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. JC's not everybody's cup of tea. But when he pops in this show, I don't care what anybody thinks because he's a good guy. And people just have to know that. He's always been very decent to me.
And look, I listen up, people, for people who think, well, you go do this or that on a whim. No, I don't turn on people unless they give me a real reason to. And then the other thing too is, like with the Hootie situation, I was misinformed by a clown and also trolls. And I admit I fell for some trolls nonsense from Instagram back then. I went at Hootie when I should not have. And so what do you do when you know that you've made a mistake? If you're smart, you reverse course. If you're an idiot, you'll double down. And if you're some clown who says, I want my image to stay this or that, you can be a dumbass and continue hating a guy for a false reason just to impress a few trolls in a crowd. Not me. I'm a real person and I have real money and a real life. I don't have to have
Matt, hello, how you doing from over across the pond? David, I don't find the drama exciting. What is like a soap opera? You get sort of like addicted and want to find out what happens next and stuff like that. You're right, Dave. But you know what? I give you my word. Tomorrow and the next day, no matter what happens today, I'm going to do 2 shows, 2 mob shows, one tomorrow, one Sunday. Now, and the reason I'm doing live, because I said this to FBS once before. I said that if I came on live like he does, that my numbers would be just as good as his. And he told me, no, they wouldn't be. I come on to prove a point. If I did 2 shows a day, I would have 4,000 to 5,000 views a day. But I don't do 2 shows. 1 show is enough. I'll come on for 2 hours, shoot the shit, and leave. We got 188 here. We've been at this number for hours, for an hour and 20 minutes, maybe. James Doherty, my hater. Let me put up him. FBS was here yesterday, people. Lee was scared and backed down. Don't get... Okay, James Doherty, I explained to you why. I'm here right now. Okay? I stayed an extra hour yesterday. He's not stealing my signal and sending it back to his channel. It's not happening. It's that simple. You know why he's not going to do that? Because I would never disrespect him by going in his room and taking his signal and sending it back to my show. I wouldn't do it. A matter of fact, MRE did that to me. And you know what MRE did? He apologized to me and told me how wrong it was to do that. And MRE doesn't apologize unless he knows he's wrong. And when you're taking someone else's show and putting it back onto your channel, that's fucked up. That's low life shit. So you're just talking a bunch of shit, dude. But you're still here. Now, if you were over there, you were talking shit about that person, the wrench whore would have already stuck the wrench up your ass.
Hey, salute to, I appreciate the comment from Antonino. He's a cool guy. And real quick, Harvester of Sorrow, you're a good guy too. I appreciate it. And let's see. Turdbird, send you a pound. I don't deal with those quantities anymore. Okay,
I'm gonna read this. Gene is a bad guy. Definitely his behavior is pathetic recently, but he was a maniac and definitely knew people that were respected, and he definitely did shit. Yes, and you know what? Jeff also did a good video on Gene. It got 20,000 views. So, this is the thing. People don't understand.
Jeff Nadeau is very astute.
Let me finish. Okay, people don't understand one thing, that people want to see these guys, whether you like it or not. I'll give you an example. People came in, okay, what's his name comes in with his actors, and he gets 3,000, 4,000. He's gotten 4 in a couple. On 3 videos with Hootie, I got more views than he did with his actors. See, there's certain people they want to see. And people may not like it, but when Gene Barillo comes back here, he's going to get big numbers. Right off the bat, he's going to get big numbers. And not as big numbers as yours, Jeff. But according to everybody, they're not legitimate numbers, Jeff.
Gene had 30,000 followers on Instagram before he had to cut out his account. Jeff Nadeau makes a lot of astute observations. He definitely, he knows the mob stuff. He's pretty good at characterizing how mobsters and ex-mobsters actually were.
We just don't want to hear about, Jeff, we just don't want to hear about your endowment. Okay? That video is all over the place. JC, come on, you don't.
Usually guys who have guys like that, it usually speaks for itself.
JC, this is a question for you. JC, how come you don't do shows already? You're always talking about going to do your shows.
Yeah, you know what?
That's right. I really don't see you doing shows.
I've been dropping mainly backgrounder stuff for now, and I'm actually going to be doing a show tomorrow at 4:00. I have a guest lined up, and this guy was on the John and Gene show one time, and I'm actually going to be doing a live. This is a great opportunity. Thank you for the comment.
Actually, Mike,
4 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Mike Tenaglia. JC, go do a live after Lee's show. So, hey, maybe you should. Hey, but JC, are you working right now? You doing?
Well, my daughter and my business are number one because I make plenty of cash already. And, you know, obviously your children are more important than a YouTube show. But yeah, I actually am going to have a regular setup. I wanted to make sure that I had at least 5 episodes in the bag before I start doing a regular schedule again. And I have more than that ready to go, the topics and all. But tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to have a live guest, a guy that was on the John and Gene show. And, you know, cool guy, a very, very accomplished person, too, in today's world. So that's our surprise for tomorrow.
Here's Mikey says to you, I'm scared, JC. I'm content with myself. I'm not going to be here in 5 years. Good comeback, Mikey. Jesse, how you doing? They couldn't deal drugs to the states unless both U.S. parties allowed it. You cannot be illegal without. Oh, the biggest drug dealers in the world are sitting right in Washington. They can end drugs in the United States in one day, just like that. You know, we have the biggest military, one of the biggest militaries, but the best armed. You don't think we can cut our borders off like it's nothing? So easy, but they don't want to. Too much money involved. You got
you know what though, Lee? They would have to cut so many other programs to finance that kind of a real war, and the American taxpayer will not take.
Hey, let me tell you, I disagree with you there. If you could they just spent like $10 trillion on bullshit. The United States can spend any amount of money they want to spend on a drug. They could take $1 trillion and they can do a real war on drugs. They choose not to. There's too much money.
As I said, the American taxpayer will not support the cuts to the other programs that would have to come.
They wouldn't have to cut any programs. They just said that a bunch of money would. The United States never cuts their programs. When's the last time we cut our program?
Look, right now the USA is only allowed to borrow at whim until the last till Iran goes under. Once the globalists get the last central bank.
Let me ask you a question.
It's over with.
Let me ask you a question. Where is Apple's main headquarters located?
It's in Silicon Valley still?
Where's Microsoft? Where's Microsoft's main headquarters?
Silicon Valley.
Okay. And all these huge companies are in the United States. These are the most valuable companies in the world. There's so much money in this country. And if people think otherwise, the money in this country is so immense. But the problem is these guys are so filthy rich that they want to make their money all over the world now. They don't give a shit about our country no more.
We don't have an upper class that's connected with our middle and lower anymore.
No, we don't.
Definitely are the upper class of America has much more in common with other upper classes in other countries. They're not part of our country in many cases anymore, not mentally, which means they wouldn't do any of this stuff. Even Trump, when he was president, was not able to get most of the federal government workforce on board with his stuff.
Turd Bird, from what I gather, MRE is the smartest and best content creator by far. I don't know about the smartest, okay? You might be tooting his horn a little bit too much. He's clever. Nobody knows how smart any of us are. So Turdbird, that's an opinion, but I respect it. You want to read that?
DP, you must be the only FBS simp who doesn't support Clint. You know what? DP, I've seen him around, but you know what? He is sort of one of those guys who tries to watch everybody. He's like David Cameron in some ways. So I don't have anything against DP. He's all right, in my book. So, he's not out. You can see his comments right now, and he basically said he likes your show, Lee. So
do a show on Carmine Galante. Actually, that would be a great guy to do a show on. He was one ruthless dude. Definitely was. He wasn't the nice old man that people think he was.
Well, anybody who thinks Carmine Galante was a nice old man hasn't even watched one single documentary on him.
Okay, this one. Red says, what number does JC fall on your guest list, Lee? Above or behind Joe? These people are funny as shit sometimes, don't you think?
Yeah,
it depends what kind of mood Joe's in. I don't understand MRE's problem with the toilet humor. Okay, that's why he's not a fan of mine. That's his right. Yep. I was on here an hour ago, just came back, still talking, same thing. Barbara, why did you come back then? I don't understand. But if you did come back, that means you're still here and you're writing. So you must like something. Joey Electric, I watch these different shows because it's entertainment, but I don't actually know if any of these people enough to throw my support on them. It's weird when viewers get overly, it is weird, dude. You're not joking. I mean, some people, you wonder, what the hell? I mean, I think the truth is stalking me. I look out my window. I think he's parked in my car. Do you ever get a feeling that one of your followers are stalking you, JC?
Yes and
you
no.
You got to have at least one of your followers stalking you.
There's one or two, people in my state or whatever, but there's one dude that actually lives really close to where I grew up, and he's all right. I'm fine with that dude. There's one or two others here.
Are you talking about
that
Tim
are just
Reed?
Clowns, and I don't care.
Are you talking about Tim Reed?
No, Primo lives near me, actually.
Well, you know who's really getting stalked?
Primo's an all right guy. He seems all right to me, so I'm cool.
You know who's really getting stalked? My daughter. She's getting stalked. And come on, guys, chill out. You find out somebody's a woman, you guys go fucking nuts. And remember though, Alite said she's not a woman. You're stalking a man. Oh, Carmine Rivera. I'm going to say your name, Carmine Rivera, because my second wife's last name was Rivera. So FBS is stealing your signal. What the fuck does that mean? You sound just like her, too. Also, it was Josie who brought your son on, called you a chomo, claimed that you stole from your girlfriend, and so on. Not a poor little FBS. He had nothing to do with that. But yet he made sure that he was in those shows' chat rooms before the show started. Every time.
Someone brought up that if I had Freeway Rick Ross on, not the prison guard, but not the prison guard / fake rapper, but the real one, that would be epic. CEO Rod just texted me right now, and in fact, I'm going to go smoke some pot with him in a little bit, and he's the right-hand man for him. And I've had him on shows in the past. I will talk to him about coming on now. He's in the pot business in California. He's deals in the triangle, the Emerald Triangle.
We have to set that up.
Definitely timely.
I'm only going to be on for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? They've told me all about the rock business. I was not a crack dealer myself, obviously. They told me all about it.
Did you ever smoke crack?
No. I told me how it worked and all that
Did
stuff.
you ever sell your body for crack?
Nah, and there's no way.
Come on,
look,
you answered that too fast, dude.
there's no way that the other guy was doing that and making the real money that they make. He was probably a user who sold occasionally.
Turdbird says why would anybody even want to listen to an actor interview? They are professional liars and fakes and leftists. Let's not forget that part. There's very few writers. Any righties are not in Hollywood no more, and they're all dying off. Those are the older ones. And soon you're not going to have nobody but a bunch of
no, they filter out people with talent who happen to have traditionalist views, we'll say.
Yeah, and we can name John Voight, one of the greatest actors that ever lived. You know, now that Ray Donovan's over, you won't see him anymore. Fools talking about rap movies. Haha. Wait till the kids' room is burglarized. Okay. Let's see what else we got here, people. We have the Turdbird. They played out so much of their stories and now they're making things up. It's stupid and nauseating. It is. You know what, BK? You're absolutely right. BK, I was told to give you a wrench, so I'll make sure I do that after this show. I was ordered to give you a wrench. My daughter ordered me. So when she's my boss. What she says goes. Drugs should be stopped using the RICO like exactly. RICO can bring down anybody.
They use RICO against the cartels already. There's just so many Mexicans that are poor. There's always going to be more.
Don Beto, great point. Government making money, cartels making movies, every gang in America making money, street gangs making money, drugs money. Yeah, and look at the shows they put on TV now. I mean, they're all about drugs and like I just watched Gomorrah. And Gomorrah talked about drug dealing in Italy and exactly how bad it is. And it's scary how bad it is there, people. People think that like the United States is bad. Our drug dealing in this country is nothing compared to Italy. I mean, it's horrible how bad it is in Italy right now. Lee, why did I get timed out for saying you forfeited the debate and you should debate Cane Shades? I wouldn't debate Cane Shades because it wouldn't even be close. It'd be much better with FBS. Cane Shade's not a debater. He's a slow talker. I'm sorry if you heard that, Cane Shade, but it's the truth. Okay, people, I'm going to cut the show off early today because I got things I got to do. But I want to thank, first, let me say goodbye to you, JC. Thank you so much once again for coming in. I appreciate it.
No worries. All right, chat and everybody out there, have a happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Stay positive and tell Lee to move on to regular shows again because drama isn't.
I'll be doing 2 regular shows this weekend. You
all
take
right.
care of me, man.
God bless you, Lee. Okay.
Yep. Okay, people, this weekend I will be doing 2 regular shows. I don't give a shit what they say about me tonight. They can say whatever they want. They got free reign. They can do whatever they want. If you have not subbed, I would appreciate if you do sub to my show. And if you haven't hit the like button, I have a lot of people in here, so I should be getting more likes. I would appreciate that. Hit the bell so you know when I'm on. But anyway, thank you to everybody that's been here today. Once again, we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much.